Third video on doing a little bit of correlation and regression. This time I have a collection of X data and two collections of Y data. Now I've already gone ahead and made the scatter plots and found the best fit line and the R squared value. The R squared is supposed to tell you something about how good the fit is. Notice that in the top one the R squared is 0.88, the bottom one the R squared is 0.5. So arguably the bottom one should be a worse fit, but I am telling you right now from a mathematician standpoint, the top one is absolutely a horrible fit. You can see that there is some sort of a nonlinear trend here, and so you're simply being foolish when you try and fit linear data to this. On the bottom one, you see that this looks a little bit more like a cloud of data. So we're going to do a residual plot on this top one. First thing I want to do is write down the slope is 31.867. Then the y-intercept is negative 582.95. And I'm going to make predictions on data set number 1. So this is equal to slope locked in times the x data plus y-intercept locked in, enter, and I'm going to fill that down. Then I'm going to do residuals. Remember, that's observed minus predicted. So if I do equals observed y data minus predicted y data, enter, and fill that down. Now if I make the residual plot, so that's the x data versus the residuals, I see a very distinct pattern. This is telling me that I am being very foolish trying to fit a linear trend line to this clearly nonlinear data. Now, if I go and do this for data set number 2, I will have just a cloud of data that does not show any discernible patterns. So let's go ahead and knock this stuff out of here. So that's all gone. Let's make this to predictions on number 2. All right, so my slope is 3.2912. My y-intercept is 77.683. So let's make the predictions. So this equals slope locked in times the x, not plus, times the x data plus y-intercept locked in, enter, fill it down, and now equals observed, so that's C2 minus predicted, that's D2. Fill it down, and now let's make the residual plot and see what happens. If I make the residual plot on this one, I should see no discernible pattern whatsoever. That tells me that I'm actually doing linear regression the correct way.